First thing, I want to make sure everybody has the handout. My colleague Nate was kind enough to accompany me today. It actually says Hub Zone on the front because Stuart from my office is going to be talking about Hub Zone in the next hour, so we combine the resources of another intern and got her to Xerox these together. But if you turn to page 3, on the back, you will find my presentation. And now I'm going to ask my IT guru, thank you, to make sure it's up there. As Anna was saying earlier from our headquarters office, SBA does not make loans directly to you, the small business owner. You must visit one of our friendly neighborhood lenders and apply there. If they cannot fit it in what I call their regular credit box, which is about this big, they look at the SBA credit box. We make them go into a big box. And what that does is it gives the banker a comfort level, the ability to maybe go outside the zone. Let's say, Joe, I want a 7-year term on my equipment loaning. You probably only offer me 3. But if you went with the SBA program, I could have 7 years. Yeah, he likes that idea. He's a much more comfortable banker. He's much more willing to lend to me now. That's what the SBA is all about, is providing that guarantee to the bank to get them to go outside their zone. It does not necessarily mean that you have bad credit. It doesn't mean you have no collateral. It simply means this is a loan that cannot be done under that bank's traditional terms. Now, we have lots of different types of SBA loans. And our first one on the left-hand side is our 7A, and that is our basic umbrella loan. Everything else on that side is just a subset of 7A. And these names were given us to, thank you, Congress upstairs, bizarre name, 7A. Doesn't sound like much, does it? But that is really our meat and potatoes loans. The one thing I want to make very, very clear about SBA lending, aside from the fact that SBA cannot give you a loan, is that SBA guaranteed loans are open to any qualified small business. You do not have to be 8A certified. You do not have to be Hub Zone certified. You do not have to be female. You do not have to be minority. You do not have to be any of those things. You have to be a small business with a U.S. citizen or legal permanent resident as the owner. Period. End of story. Boom. We're done. That being said, there's always an exception to the rule, right? You take a look, you'll see Patriot Express. Patriot Express is expressly for our veterans or those married to veterans. It came into being a couple of years ago, and it's a way to say thank you to our veterans with a little bit kinder interest rate. That is the only program that is set aside for any particular group. All of our other loans are available to all small businesses. And I think that's a really terrific thing. Now, one thing I want to point out, because I know they're supposed to be like your kids and you're not supposed to play favorites, but my favorite loan is the 504 loan. And again, bizarre sounding name. But the 504 loan allows you to buy real estate for your business. And real estate for your business is a condo, maybe to put your employees in. It's a warehouse to put your product in. It is whatever that you need for your business to be able to grow and expand. Because real estate is a hard asset. Real estate has value. And if all goes well in the economy, real estate will appreciate in value. It is then something that you can retire on. It is something that you can sell later. It is something that you can rent later and get an income. So the 504 loan allows you to buy real estate with, get this, Mr. Banker, 10% down. Well, Joe, if I were to come to you and say, hi, I'm going to buy this commercial real estate property, you'd be charging me what, 25%, 30%? How mean are you today, Joe?
Don't feel like I can answer that. So.
25, Jane, I bet, wouldn't you? Yeah, at least. What the SBA does is partners with a community development corporation and a bank to split that loan. So that means you, Miss Business Owner, put in 10%. Joe and Jane here come in with 50%, and a community development corporation backed by the SBA comes in with 40%. You're happy, the bank's happy, and the SBA's happy because we've gotten real estate into the hands of small business owners. We've increased the assets on your balance sheets, and that is a terrific thing. You've heard all about our micro programs, very, very friendly to new, startup, expanding, sometimes unbankable businesses. That's what they are there for. They're very friendly to that, and we thank you for that. Now, we heard a little bit about this before. I'm from the Metro DC office, so this is very much tailored to you Metro DC ladies. However, if you go to the SBA website, you will find similar types of information for similar programs around the country. These are our resource partners. These people, like Samira at the Women's Business Center, like Kevin at EDG, EDC. What are we going to buy today, Kevin?
EDG is good.
Okay. They will provide counseling, and that's not Dr. Phil. That's one-on-one conversations with you, the small business owner, for the subject that you need. So with me, it might be, okay, I need some PowerPoint skills. Obviously, these aren't the greatest slides. I need some PowerPoint skills. Let me get some IT skills here. Maybe I need to learn how to hire people. I'm new. I don't know the hiring regs. I want to bring people on board. I need some HR help. Maybe I need marketing to the federal government. Maybe I need personnel outside of hiring help. Those are the types of things that these SBA resource partners can provide. Maybe I'm decided I'm going to go see Joe for a loan, but he's going to ask me for projections, and I really am not that good of an accounting guru. Maybe I need somebody to take a look at my projections, take a look at my business plan, and help massage them so I can get them to Joe and get my loan. That's where you go. These are the partners that we fund to get you there. Because, as it was introduced earlier, there's two of us in Metro DC who work on the lending side. Me and Bob and me. So unfortunately, we cannot counsel all 100,000 small businesses in the area, but you do have some great resources. Some other resources are the community development corporations that I mentioned that handle the 504 loans for you. Say you're thinking about buying this piece of real estate, or you thinking this might be a good idea. Your accountant says, yeah, you better look at real estate. Your taxes are going through the roof. Maybe we better do an acquisition. Maybe we better get out of this rental market. CDC is a great place to start. They will help you find a bank if you don't have one. They will even help you find a commercial real estate agent. This is not the time to hire your aunt's niece's boyfriend's girlfriend. This is the time you want a commercial real estate agent, because it's very, very different than buying a home. Buying a commercial piece of property is different, especially when it comes to appraisal costs, environmental costs, and other closing costs. Microlenders, we've talked about, are preferred and regular lenders. In our package, you will see a list of them on the next page. We have about 130 lenders in this area who are approved to do SBA guaranteed lending. They can be banks, they can be credit unions, they can be microlenders, they can be CDCs. If one of them does not give you the answer that you need, if you need that 7-year term, if you need that working capital, and you believe you have a bankable, workable plan, you simply go to the next one. As Anna was saying earlier, each bank has their own underwriting standards. And that's why they play, because they get to dictate who they lend to. Me, the big bad federal government, doesn't tell Joe and Jane who to lend to. They get to decide that. And as I mentioned, if you are not from this metro area, if you go to DC, if you go to SBA.gov, you will find a site there, and on the right-hand side it'll say local resources. If you click on that website, the map of the country comes up. Just click on the state where you'll find, and you will find all sorts of this same kind of information for your state. The list of lenders that are participating, the list of women's business centers in the area. So it's all right there for you. And now my other buddy from headquarters will speak.